The identity of Marilyn Monroe's biological father has long been a subject of mystery and speculation. Born Norma Jean Mortensen, Marilyn's mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, never revealed the true identity of her father, and the man named on her birth certificate, Edward Mortensen, had little to do with her upbringing. This chapter aims to unravel the enigmatic figure of Charles Stanley Gifford, who was identified through DNA testing as Marilyn's father, and the impact of this revelation on her life. Charles Stanley Gifford was born in 1898 and worked as a film negative cutter alongside Gladys Baker at the Consolidated Film Industries in Los Angeles. In 1925, Gifford and Gladys had an affair, which led to Marilyn's conception. However, Gifford abandoned Gladys during her pregnancy, leaving her to raise Marilyn on her own. For many years, the identity of Marilyn's father remained a mystery, with numerous individuals named as potential candidates, including Martin Edward Mortensen, who was listed as her father on her birth certificate. However, in 2022, DNA testing conclusively proved that Charles Stanley Gifford was Marilyn's biological father. The revelation of Gifford's identity as Marilyn's father brought new understanding to her turbulent upbringing and the emotional struggles she faced throughout her life. The absence of a father figure left Marilyn with feelings of abandonment and an unfulfilled longing for love and stability. These feelings would go on to shape her relationships and career in significant ways. During his lifetime, Charles Stanley Gifford was married twice. His first marriage produced 2 children. A daughter, Doris, born in 1920, and a son, Charles, born in 1922. As half-siblings to Marilyn, Doris and Charles shared a common bond with the famous actress, despite having little to no contact with her throughout their lives. Doris Gifford passed away at the age of 13 in 1933, while Charles Gifford lived a full life, passing away in 2015 at the age of 93. Although Marilyn never had the opportunity to establish a relationship with her half-siblings or her father, the knowledge of her true lineage provides valuable insight into her complex family history and the factors that influenced her life and career. The lack of a father figure in Marilyn's life contributed significantly to her feelings of abandonment and her search for love and stability. Throughout her life, she sought out relationships with older men who could provide her with the security and affection she longed for. Her relationships with men such as Joe DiMaggio, Arthur Miller, and Frank Sinatra can be seen as attempts to fill the void left by her absent father. In addition to the emotional impact of Gifford's absence, the revelation of his identity as Marilyn's father raises questions about the role he may have played in her life had he been present. As a film negative cutter, Gifford would have had connections in the Hollywood film industry, which may have influenced Marilyn's career trajectory. Although the identity of Marilyn's father remained a mystery throughout her lifetime, the discovery of Charles Stanley Gifford as her biological father offers a deeper understanding of the emotional and psychological challenges she faced. The absence of a father figure and the knowledge of her true parentage shaped Marilyn's life in profound ways, influencing her relationships, her career, and her sense of self. In conclusion, the revelation of Charles Stanley Gifford as Marilyn Monroe's biological father adds a new layer of complexity to the actress's already tumultuous life story. This newfound knowledge allows us to explore the effects of her family dynamics on her personal and professional life, offering a more comprehensive understanding of the woman behind the iconic image. Despite the fact that Marilyn never knew her father or established a relationship with her half-siblings, her connection to Gifford remains an important piece of her life puzzle. Through this connection, we can better comprehend her persistent quest for love, approval, and stability in her relationships and her career choices. Gifford's abandonment of Gladys and Marilyn not only created an emotional void in Marilyn's life, but also contributed to her mother's mental health issues. As a result, Marilyn spent much of her childhood in foster care and orphanages, experiences that would profoundly impact her sense of self-worth and her emotional well-being. It is also worth considering how Gifford's presence in Marilyn's life might have changed the course of her career. As someone with connections in the film industry, Gifford could have potentially facilitated opportunities for Marilyn and influenced her path to stardom. However, it is impossible to determine how such involvement might have altered her life and legacy. In examining the life of Marilyn Monroe, it is essential to acknowledge the impact that Charles Stanley Gifford and his absence had on her emotional and psychological well-being. By exploring her complex family history and the emotional scars left by her absent father, we can better appreciate the resilience and determination that allowed her to rise above her difficult upbringing and become an enduring symbol of beauty, talent, and vulnerability. In the following chapters, we will delve deeper into Marilyn's life, examining her friendships, rivalries, and the challenges she faced in coping with fame and public scrutiny. We will also explore the circumstances surrounding her tragic death and the conspiracy theories that continue to surround her untimely demise. Through this exploration, we seek to gain a more profound understanding of Marilyn Monroe, the woman behind the legend, and the many layers that made up her captivating and complex life.